everyone, and welcome back to the Creating Experiences podcast, brought to you by JC Entertainment and Events. I'm Emma.
And I'm James.
And hi.
Hey.
How you going?
Oh, not too bad.
That was wow. It's been a big week.
It's been a big one.
Already. And
Yep.
it's Tuesday.
Well, it could be Tuesday.
Here.
When we're recording, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. So what we thought we'd do
Yep.
is go through top to bottom of what we do.
Yep. Refresh
and
everyone with
refresh
all the services we can offer to the Central Coast,
and beyond.
Sydney, Newcastle regions, and then North Coast now.
Well, yes. We'll report on that next month, but we may have just picked up a tender.
Yep.
Take us north a little bit. So, you can start.
Production. All right. Audio, vision, lighting. That's the three main categories. We'll break it down, I suppose. Audio, let's break it down across all the events because
break it.
everything can, cross over everything. So, everything from simple corporate events, gala dinners, awards nights, sporting events, music festivals, community music events. So I suppose we got PAs that can, do small 50 to 100 people size events all the way up to 10,000 plus.
Which we experienced at New Year's Eve this year. It was
Yes.
pretty crazy.
At the entrance, there was a lot of people down there. Really small PAs all the way up to big PAs. Musicals, school musicals. That's probably another
That's a popular one, isn't it?
That's going to be interesting because this year will be the first kind of year that comes back.
Well, I know that our school was talking about bringing it back this year too.
Our school, you still at school?
Well, St. Pat's.
Blake's school.
School. We're talking about bringing it back this year.
We did do a musical last year, but they'll definitely come back this year, and we've got a whole 20 channels of wireless headsets. So
Whoa,
yeah,
look at that.
so for those schools needing audio for their musical theatre show this year, well, we can do the whole package. I suppose that's the big thing about audio, lighting, vision. Lighting, we've got a vast array of everything from battery, LED pars, all the way up to
festoon.
We got festoon. Moving wash heads, moving spots, Fresnels, enough to do, any kind of
Up to festivals.
band, event, musical theatre show, gala dinner,
Uplighting of the palm trees.
uplighting of palm trees, uplighting of buildings. If you want
that
your
would be
building lit in a colour for some particular reason, we can help you out with that too. And then vision, this is again a whole nother kettle of fish, you could say.
Such a saying.
Yeah, such a saying, isn't it? But TVs, 55, 65, 85-inch TVs. And then we've got LED screen as well, indoor and outdoor LED screen, which, we can do up to, I think, 8.5 metre by 5.5 metre screen. But lots of little screens is the main thing that we can do.
Okay.
So, 6x3s or 4x2s or 4x2.5s, depending on what ratio you want.
And what would you use them for?
LED screens. What can't you use?
Yeah. I'm just like,
I know. Look, I'm gonna go out there and say, to be honest, I think the projector and screen is done.
well, in our eyes.
To be honest, unless you're in a venue that you can get the room dark and you've got the ability to shoot the projector onto the screen without causing any shadows, which, to be honest, for where we're based on the Central Coast, there's never really been any venues that's suitable for. Whereas LED screens and TVs, you can stand in front of them and they don't have a nasty image projected on the presenter, which is our biggest pet hate.
Oh, it's so frustrating. And the other thing too is the projector itself. If you're talking just a little projector setup, they're so frustrating because they
Just sit
take
there.
up space and they're just there and they're not
And
very attractive.
They don't look very good. So I would, TV, for corporates, for our last year particularly, corporates, TVs were huge. And the 85-inch TVs were really a
Huge
really
hit.
really big hit. But yeah, LED screen is definitely the new in thing.
And they're so
LED
pretty.
screen backdrops, even like if you want a backdrop for your stage, I'd be keen to get on some theatre shows.
Well, I was going to propose something, but I'll
Is that a
keep that.
podcast talk or is that another podcast?
That's like an
That's-
event that we
that's
we
off
do
podcast.
every year. That I'd really
I can
love
see
it
where that's
for.
going. That's off podcast talk. But other than Vision Gear, then obviously live streaming sort of comes into play there as well. And live streaming is still we still did a huge number of live
We
streaming
did.
events last year.
We've been getting the odd wedding still, like
Yeah.
wedding live stream where
I think
people.
it's just opened it up for everyone now that they know that's an option.
Yeah.
If done well, and done properly, and not just on a phone. There's obviously
We even live
They-
streamed a funeral
yes, we did. That
last
went
month.
worldwide.
Went worldwide.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that's kind of an overview. I think the beauty about what we can do is obviously because we've got a decent amount of inventory in all three of those areas is, package deal. Staging. I didn't even get to that, but that's going to come up probably in equipment hire. But same deal. Staging, marquees, little pop-up tents and stuff like that.
Yeah, not
so
big
if
ones.
you need like I suppose a complete stage production solution for your corporate event, your musical, your school event, musical,
Outdoor.
community event, festival, Lower Teeth Festival.
Yep.
And backline too.
Oh yeah.
All these areas that
We
we've
could
got.
just talk about production all day. I remember I said to you, because we started as a live music company, and I said to James, I do not want to become a production company. And now it's like,
We're there.
we're there and we're booking, and I love it.
It's good.
It's really cool.
It's good because they work hand in hand.
They do, which brings us to segue.
Your event entertainment.
Entertainment. So, entertainment from solo artists, duos, trios, bands, DJs. We also do MCs. We do, and also headlining bands, which is probably something that we don't promote that we can book, but we do. And we do it quite often for events in Central Coast Council. And we also did it for the event, the 50th Gatsby event.
Yep.
So if they've got budget, we can literally source
Whoever you want.
which is also pretty cool. So we've worked with some really cool bands over the last probably 6 years,
Yep.
6-7 years. And I guess the best thing about working with us is that you have production and entertainment that sit across like this from each other.
There's a wall now, but yeah.
I know. And then I have my headphones in, concentrating, and I get bang. Let me in. So yeah, I guess any type of entertainment that you need,
Yeah.
we can do and source.
And then it gets partnered with our
production
side, which is probably the slight different twist to what you'd normally get with any other sort of event agency, because typically what will happen is the bands will supply their own gear, which, look, 50% of the time it could be up to scratch, but sometimes, like, honestly, like, their PAs are for pub gigs.
Yeah.
So, if you book a pub band for a 300-seat gala dinner,
Yeah.
their PA is not going to cut it
Yeah.
for the event. But that's where, obviously, we're able to tailor those packages.
We can put a spin on that though.
What's the spin?
Is that the band can walk in fresh
Oh, the bands love it too.
and
But
they
that's the thing.
absolutely love it.
The bands
so
don't have any issue
Yeah.
with us because they love walking in and not having to set
they don't
anything
set up their own gear. Most of the time they're logging PAs and then their equipment,
Yeah.
and then their backline.
Half the time they won't have an operator on it.
And then
Just set and forget.
they walk in, we've got it set up, and they're like, this is so good.
Yeah.
And 99% of our jobs that any of our musicians work on, the gear will be supplied. So
It does actually also save them a bit of like from a cost perspective too in some situations.
time, yeah.
Because you got to like if like there's situations where musicians will literally walk in, line check, and play straight away. And I suppose for those listening at home, the difference between a line check and an actual sound check is like sound check is, you know, full everyone playing. It typically has to happen before the event doors open. You don't want people playing 30 seconds of a song in the middle of your event. Whereas line check is literally everything's kind of set up before by the technicians. The musicians will come on, plug in, we check that we're getting signal down all the lines, whether through headphones or a side monitor speaker, and then you go. So heavily reliant on good technicians
to just
and good musicians being able to communicate, but that's the difference there. But you know, that ability is able to happen with what we can do.
Cool. Well,
Wedding.
I'm going to
keep going to wedding entertainment.
No, I'm going to.
You're going to jump that.
Well, I was going to let you speak.
Oh no,
but then
you
you've
keep
been
going.
speaking.
You
but
keep going.
I'll go to weddings. So weddings is pretty much where we started our business. Is we were doing a whole lot of weddings, and definitely something that we're still doing. And again, it's from live musicians for ceremony, canapes, and receptions. So we pretty much offer the whole package. So you're not relying on someone separate for your ceremony, your celebrant setting up your PA or operating your music. We can come in and do all of that. Then it flows straight into your canapes. So you're not having any breaks. The musicians aren't setting up one for your ceremony, then another one for your canapes.
Or moving the gear.
That's what I meant, moving it. And then reception can either go into a DJ or a band or a mix of both. So you can have a live musician over dinner and then a DJ for reception, and then separate MC to your DJ.
Why?
Because
this sounds like a pet hate of yours. You get in that look I get when
I don't want to diss on
There's
people
some
that
that are very good. There are some that are very good, but again, it's a handful.
I must say though, like it really does depend on your venue. However, being behind a set, because I do both. I do DJ and MC, so I'm speaking from my
book
own.
DJM 1-800-JC events. I don't know what the extension number is, but it'll cost you.
Thanks for that.
It'll cost you.
It'll cost you these days. But no. So back to DJ MC is that standing behind a DJ desk, your decks, versus being out with your guests, mingling, you know, getting to know them, creating atmosphere. You can't do that.
No.
Behind it's like sitting here at this table and then trying to get an audience pumping and you're standing behind your decks. Like it doesn't.
No.
Personally, I do not like it. So we always book a separate DJ to your MC. That MC can also act as your coordinator. So, you know, looking after your photographer, videographer, working with the venue, especially if it's what they call a DIY wedding venue. So they don't have an event manager. That's just, as you can see, I could talk about that all day. And then sound and lighting, which ties back into our production. So we can do special things like Josh and Dougie's wedding.
Yes. Where we
did a really cool rainbow.
Lit a rainbow arch on a balcony and did beams, and that was
so much fun.
That was a lot of fun, that one.
Yes.
But
so that's weddings.
Yeah. Equipment hire.
Equipment hire.
So I suppose this kind of just breaks down all the areas of what we have, and a lot of this gear does sort of double over to the production side, but we've obviously got our audio. We've got our audio and lighting DIY packs. So, you know, if you're having a house party and you just want a better sound system than your little JBL, what do they call them? Boom boxes? The little JBL Bluetooth boom boxes.
Bluetooth
Yeah, we've got
speaker.
speaker hire packs. So, which you can pick up. You pick up on Friday, use it on the weekend, return Monday, unless it's a midweek event, which
Yep.
you can pick it up whenever you want during the week. But those speaker hire packs are typically they're great for little house parties. And at the end of the day, at least you're getting a system that works and is loud enough. You'll probably annoy. You might annoy.
You will annoy your neighbours.
Unless you're on acres of property.
Yeah.
Which, if you are, we've got a bigger system that you can take in that situation.
We've got a solution for every problem.
But yeah, and then the same with our lighting pack. So we've got the actually I'll show you these.
Oh, here's something I prepared earlier.
Here's something I prepared earlier. These little battery uplighting bars, which are great. I think you can get. We do a pack of 6 for $198, including GST.
And they're so easy, no plugs.
They are. We actually really like using them on our gigs now because you don't have to run any cable. Just charge them up, flick the switch on, and then you even walk around with a remote to turn the color on. So, those, they're great little lights. But there's other lighting packs there. We're also in the process, and they'll probably be up by the time this podcast is done. But we've got a festoon light pack that you can do yourself.
Oh, stop it.
And then we've got smaller level Pixball packages, which we probably come and do those ones for you because it's a little bit
tricky,
a little bit complicated. But the Pixball is definitely a very cool little product. Stage hires, which is pretty self-explanatory.
It's a stage. And every stage will be level.
And every stage will be level.
And be connected
it's
safely.
It's not a stage built out of pallets. It's not a stage that's the back of a truck. If we do a trailer stage for you, it's a proper trailer stage.
Sounds like a pet hate of yours, James.
No, we're not going to talk about my pet hates when it comes to that. But, staging, we've got a variety of solutions there if you need a stage for your event. A little bit of infrastructure, site fencing, cable covers, backline hire. We'll go through the backline hire. We've got two awesome drum kits, and then Ampeg bass rig, and then some guitar amps, some Fenders, and a Vox.
New Pearl one's pretty cute.
The new Pearl Reference, the Pearl Reference Pure.
It's very pretty.
10, 12, 16, 22 kick, 14 snare.
Oh.
It is a cracking drum kit.
You were converted from Pearl, though.
I used to play Pearl.
Yeah.
Then I went to DW. But we kind of just got the Pearl drum kit to have a second option to the DW that was in backline inventory. But I think the Pearl's my favourite now.
Stop it.
Yeah, I think so.
No sponsorship for
I don't have the sponsorship anymore. So, but yeah, so backline height, which again just comes back to that whole complete solution. Like a lot of our clients that we are doing jobs for, we are sorting all those solutions, and all those sort of smaller level mid-tier jobs before you start getting into major festival world, which to be honest is a whole different realm. That type of solution is super easy for the client because we take out 4 or 5 different suppliers, and you can be one central contact. So and then generator hire, which is again same deal. We've got some great event partners that we work with for those, and it's kind of power is kind of a necessity for a lot of what we do.
Yeah.
But also having reliable power.
Yes. But we do battery powered PAs.
Oh, you didn't even talk about that.
They're not on there.
No. Well, I haven't clicked through. They are. I think they are there, but battery powered PAs. I mean, I've been converted on this a little bit because I really didn't like them.
We didn't.
But we've found a great product that's been super reliable for us.
They're really good.
Really good for small little quick jobs. Just to get announcements out there, you can plug a USB, and we use them at the stadium for announcement PAs.
And you can
Bluetooth to them, and they've got a wireless mic in the back of it.
Yep.
So they are $110 a day,
which is crazy.
But yeah, great little battery powered PA.
Bargain.
So,
cool. Live streaming we've touched on already.
Yeah, I don't know what more to talk about with live streaming.
It was our saviour, probably from a mental health and well-being perspective through COVID. Got us out of...
we did a lot of cool projects.
Yeah,
with it
we
during
did.
COVID.
It got us out of the house. We did Chrome Fest
we
online.
were allowed to keep working because we couldn't work from home.
I love how we laugh at that. It's like, I would give anything just to be at home.
How crazy was that time? How crazy was that time?
I remember you live streaming from our garage. What was that for?
It was a gin tasting night we did online.
Yes, it was.
And we had the presenters all come in remotely. That was just after I built the new live stream rack, I think.
That's right.
And so we had them coming. We had them coming in via Zoom.
Yes.
And we then streamed back out via Facebook and to another Zoom call. I think, because we had people.
It was a Zoom call. Yeah.
We had people on the Zoom call that had paid for a ticket, and then we streamed it to the partnering venues Facebook page as well. So, but I mean, while we're actually, let's talk about pivoting, because remember.
Oh, that word, pivot.
Pivot. Ash is going to get a sound grab of that word now.
Pivot.
That's going to pivot. But remember the Central Coast Business Awards?
Oh, do I ever.
Where we had the studio set up in this space, and we had, this was at a time when, you know, the whole close contact rules were
still
in place and they were pretty strict. And we had a rehearsal here the day before the event, because we were doing an online event via Zoom for all the award recipients, but there were presenters in studio.
Yes.
And we did a rehearsal the day before, and then we got a phone call the next morning saying that one of the presenters'
was a
son,
close contact.
the presenter's son had got COVID.
Yep.
So at that point, we were then all classed as close
contacts. And our staff member wasn't in the day before.
Lockie was about to walk in the warehouse as I walked back.
We were like,
door.
Go out.
So, but we essentially, within like 6 hours, turned the whole event around from being an in-studio event streaming out to everyone remote.
It was...
So...
I've never seen you so... Jimmy doesn't get nervous, but he was nervous, and I was like, if he's nervous, I've got no hope, but we've just got to roll with it. So even the MC was remote.
The MC was remote, and Lockie ended up going home, and he ran the teleprompt via Zoom back for the MC. So... But we essentially had, it was going out to Zoom, and it was going out to Vimeo live. But we had all the presenters in a Zoom room, or it must have been a separate Zoom call. No, it was a Zoom room.
It was a Zoom room.
Because we dragged in the award winner into that room when they received the award.
So they still didn't know
until they won that award.
Like literally just before.
Yeah.
And one of our friends, Amanda Woodbine, was the first one.
And we pulled her in a little bit too early.
And she's like, what am I doing in here?
Am I meant to be in here? And then she realised what was happening. She realised what was happening. But it was very cool. We did some really cool stuff during that time.
Yeah.
But it's good to
I wouldn't wish it back, but...
I much prefer being out on jobs.
Same.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So, but if you need your event live stream, we can do that, and we've got the solutions.
We still do it for
that.
Catholic schools and
all of that. It's definitely worth looking at. Do you want to talk about
event management?
Event management,
or we call it event consultancy, because we consult and then manage the event.
Yeah.
So we consult through the whole process, and then we deliver the event. So that's why I've kind of called it event consultancy, because it does include the management of your event. So essentially looking after, and if you want to go back and have a listen to two of the events that we've done event management for recently, on our last podcast, if you haven't listened to that. But anything from launches, awards nights, corporate events, if they've got the budget, birthdays, we can essentially do everything from
Christmas parties will come back around.
Christmas parties, yeah.
Which is probably, like, I mean, that's always the big thing. I think it's important for businesses to think about that too sometimes, because I think
Now.
everyone, but sorry, I was going to say, is everyone gets wrapped up in the whole idea of, we're going to plan an event, we're going to plan an event, and then, like, you know, typically most businesses don't have an events team unless it's a larger corporation.
We find it falls back to the executive assistant. Yeah.
Typically. But if businesses want a solution, a turnkey solution for that, reach out, because essentially at the end of the day, if you sit there and actually work out how much time your staff member has to spend trying to do that, and then look, let's be honest, in a lot of situations, people look at the number.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest tip.
The biggest tip is you'll always have a budget.
You will always have a budget. Yeah. But when it comes to events, you know, you've got to work within that budget constraint. But don't always think that the cheapest quote is going to be your best quote.
Yeah.
Because it could ruin
your
whole event.
Yeah. And then I guess that's the thing where working with us as an event, event consultants, and then managing your event is what the access that we've got to be able to do a full package. So you're not going to a live music agent, a production company, an event management company, a stylist. So we essentially do all of that.
We pull that all together. And let alone the time we save. We save, because if someone goes to us, we need to plan an event tomorrow.
We've got our contacts.
Someone else, there's starts Googling.
So you Google and then you look at reviews, and then so we've got our suppliers that we work with. Yeah. And I know I did forget to mention one supplier yesterday, so I'm going to plug them today.
You mean last week?
Oh, sorry, last week. It was last week. Gosh. Was Memory Lane.
Yeah, I thought
wedding and events.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nathan's going to be spewing.
That's why I'm plugging.
I'll be impressed if he listens.
If he listens.
If Nathan's listened to both episodes. Yeah. He lets me know.
Yeah.
I'll give him a high five at the next event.
High five.
Yeah. I probably won't see him for another 2 years because I don't do the weddings.
Okay, so DJs, live music, everything. Even we can source the marquee. From Prestige.
With Prestige.
And then right through to building your event from the ground up.
Yeah.
So this is our passion. Event management is where we want to take.
Well, it's where
we're at, and we want to, you know. So,
but yeah, if you want,
that.
If you essentially have a plan and a budget and what type of event you want to do, we can save you a lot. We save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
By going, well, these are your options.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Cool.
Yeah. Last one I'll quickly plug, because you never know who's listening, but. We do equipment sales.
Oh, yeah.
And installs on the side. Well, not on the side. We can just get...
It's a little side hustle.
We need access to the gear. If you need to get access to the gear. Jeez. We're giving them so many, little bite-sized grabs. The team's
having a ball, I reckon. Ash, I need to proof all of these.
But but seriously, if you're a musician or a venue, or even from the venue
we did
side,
church.
Churches is another one.
We did
that if you need your system needs some looking at and an upgrade, we can definitely look after that. Even if you're a venue that needs a long-term hire. Some equipment.
Yep.
Or some technical support. I suppose while we're talking venues.
No.
That's a different episode. I'll start on a whole different rabbit.
I thought I was like, cut.
Yeah, we'll stop there. We're not going to talk venues.
Well, that's in a nutshell. It's pretty...
That's a pretty good nutshell of what we do.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Yeah.
What?
I was going to say, what's your favourite thing to do, but...
I think the LED screen at the moment is
and mine's event consultancy.
Yeah.
There are babies
LED screen and Pixball. I like the look of Pixball. Not that I'm the one that sets it.
I remember you saying, hey, take a look at this. And I was like, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. That was our alternative to Festoon. But then lo and behold, we've now got Festoon too. So
And as we said yesterday, Jacob absolutely loves putting up pix balls and festoons. So send it our way.
So, yeah, if you need it, 400 metres of festoon, give us a call. But I think that's it. I don't think we've got any more to talk about today.
Not today.
We're just rambling on now. But honestly, we'd love to work on your event.
Yes.
And it's a lot of fun. And we've got a great team. And
we love our team.
Say
hi, team.
Hi.
Wow.
It's late in the afternoon. But yeah,
thanks, guys.
If you want to, see more of what we do, www.jcentertainment.com.au.
Or go to Facebook.
Facebook, phone call, JC.
Actually, go to Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, actually, everyone that's listening to this podcast, I should have said this at the start.
Yeah, can I explain what happened?
No, we don't need to go into detail of what happened.
My Facebook got hacked.
Yeah.
Our Facebook got hacked.
Your Facebook.
My personal Facebook got hacked.
And we lost the Instagram.
That's
the long story short.
So please head to our Instagram page.
Even if you think you were following us,
please
you probably aren't
give
anymore.
us a like. A follow, I mean.
On Insta.
It's JC_entertainment_events.
Yeah. And if you still like old school and want to chat to us, 1-800-JC events. That's the number. It's pretty cool.
All right.
That's it for right now.
Thanks, everyone.
Catch you next time.
Bye.